Hi everyone, my name is Jody, and today we are going to talk about what the heck are we drinking for the rest of the summer. Here in Camp North End, we have four wines that I am so excited to share with you. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Soltris, which is a Chenin Blanc from South Africa. The second one is a Rosé from Uruguay that is a Pinot Noir grape that is absolutely fantastic. We have a red blend that's great for people that are starting to dabble a little bit into the red wine world, which is from Lebanon. We also have a light red grape, the Sino Mavro, which is from Macedonia and Greece area. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what the heck are you going to be drinking. So one of the first grapes that we're going to talk about is the Saltris from the Spire Winery. It's from the Western Cape of South Africa. Absolutely beautiful. You're looking at the Cape Winelands, you have the coastal plains, you have these rolling hills, and it's by the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. So you have this beautiful breeze that loves to kiss and caress the grapes and give it a lot of personality, feeds the soil. So you have these really dynamic grapes. Now, Chenin Blanc is a very interesting grape because she has main character energy. We all have that friend that can go to any group, a party, a lounge, can smoke a cigar, can hang out with any type of group, right? Chenin Blanc is that way. It can be sweet, it can be sultry, it can be bubbly, it can be a little bit on the tart side, it can be ripe and refreshing. It's one of those grapes that's perfect for people that are starting to get into white wines or ones that are not sure if they want to dabble into something that they never heard of. For instance, if you're a Sauvignon Blanc fan, Chenin Blanc may be a nice transition into another grape. Or if you're new to white wine and you just want to try something that tends to have a tinge of sweetness, Chenin Blanc is a good way to go. So Chenin Blanc also has these really beautiful notes. Think about apricot and pear, green apples, wildflowers, honeysuckle, jasmine, tropical fruits. So she's very, very expressive. One thing that I love about South Africa is that the terroir does dictate a lot of what you get with the wine. So you have these beautiful notes, these beautiful expressions that transport you into time. So if you ever go to a store and you're looking for a white grape or a white wine that is a little bit different, not as common, I definitely recommend a South African Chenin Blanc. I definitely recommend this brand. Not only are they ethical, but they've been approved and part of many different ethical organizations that are acknowledged around the world, which, as we know, is something that we tend to look for when we're looking at sustainability, quality of life, and quality of the workers. And you can taste and feel that love whenever you're looking at the grapes. So I definitely recommend it. And I hope that when you go to a store, if you see Chenin Blanc on there, that is the actual grape. And I believe that you will like it. Let's say we're looking for a rosé that tastes a little bit different from a different region. We tend to get rosés from Southeast France. We may get it from California. We may get some typical rosés that are available to us in the United States. However, Uruguay has some amazing rosés that are still fairly new to the US that I definitely recommend that you try. So this one that we have here is Garçon. It's a Pinot Noir rosé. And if we know anything about Pinot Noir, this grape is a little bit finicky, a little thin-skinned, a little flirtatious. The whole will they, won't they, I kind of like her, but she doesn't quite like me type of attitude is 100% Pinot Noir. Thin skin, gets mad easily, may or may not be there for you the next day. So people that can grow a solid Pinot Noir, fantastic, because they have a lot of patience. And we all have that friend that we absolutely love, that's charming, however, requires a lot of patience for us to be friends with them and to help us refine some of our qualities. And Pinot Noir is that type of girl that does that for you. But whenever you get the best part of her, she's fantastic. And this winery did an amazing, amazing job. So this one is from Uruguay, and it is a very terroir or soil driven, atmosphere driven area from the Maldonado district. So with this wine, you get a lot of amazing notes, wildflowers, cherries, strawberries. You get notes of the soil, which you get a lot of just minerality. So it's a little bit more structured. And it's a rosé because it has light contact with the grape skins. So it's not mixed, right, with Pinot Noir and a white wine, although some regions do that. This one just has contact with the grape skins for a short amount of time in order for it to get this beautiful rosy color. Something that I really enjoy about this rosé is that it has a lot of personality. It's pretty, it's rosy, it's really, really light on the nose. It has so much beauty. It's very aromatic, and I'm really happy that the winemakers are very patient with her and talked nicely to her that she was able to grow. Now, this area of Uruguay, it's 160 meters above sea level. It has some of the oldest soil from in the world, 2,500 million years old. It has ballast, which is the soil of crushed rocks. So it has a lot of minerality, meaning that it's not going to just be one of those fleeting tastes. You may taste slight white rock. When after it rains and you can go by the creek or a lake and there's rocks that are wet, you know how you can smell them? It's something very similar to that. However, it doesn't taste like that. Just adds a little bit of structure that takes you back in time. So it's something that I really enjoy. It's absolutely really beautiful. If you ever have a chance to go to Uruguay, I definitely recommend it. However, if you are in a boutique or a winery, or Harris Teeter, Giant Eagle, Costco, if you see a wine that's a Pinot Noir rosé, specifically from Uruguay, it's definitely worth a try. It's great for summer. It's really easy to drink. It's very pretty to drink, and you can pair it with a lot of really wonderful foods like tapas, salmon, charcuterie boards. I personally love rosé with like fried food, like fried chicken and calamari. I think is really delicious with it too. Honestly, chicken parm I would have it with as well. It's whatever your palate dictates, but I think this rosé goes with so many things. So I definitely recommend that you try it. And that, my friends, is what the heck we are drinking here at Cork and Cap. They have an amazing red wine that comes from Lebanon, the Main du Torel, which is great. I really love this red blend. It has 40% Syrah, 40% Cab Sav, 15% Sanso, and 5% Carignan. So it's from the Bekaa Valley, which is in Lebanon, and it's 3,445 feet above sea level. They have about 240 days of sunshine, and everything there grows organically. They didn't have a lot of issues in regards to bacteria or botrytis or any fungi of that nature. So it has iron-rich soil, limestone, and clay. So you have these really rich, full-bodied, full-flavored, juicy grapes because of all the sun and them being sun-kissed and being able to absorb the heat, and then them having cooler nights where the vines can relax so that nothing burns, and it's beautiful. So one thing that I really enjoy about this wine is that it has the beautiful blend with all of each grape that I mentioned has such a distinct personality, right? So you have Syrah that's a little bit on the spicy side. She has a lot of attitude. If you think about someone that's like, you can't tell me what to do, but I'm going to do this. Beautiful, beautiful grape. Then you have Cab Sav, which is a little bit more, full body, commanding. And then you have a son, so that is gentle and nurtures and caresses and can calm down any sort of situation. And then you have the Carignan, that's just a blend of each. Whatever is called for the occasion in order to complement it, that's what Carignan does. This wine is absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely beautiful, and it pairs well with, like I said, steak, pork, fish, heavy vegetables, Mediterranean cuisine. And one thing that I love about this wine too is that it reflects the hot days that you have. So it really transports you and takes you back in time when you're looking for something. It's just one of those beautiful grapes. So something really cool about this particular winery, that it's the first wine company in all of Lebanon that started in 1868. And a French gentleman went to Lebanon and fell in love with Bekaa Valley. Of course, it's not uncommon because it has rolling hills and it's just absolutely beautiful, extremely scenic, very clean air, and it started producing wine. They use indigenous yeast, which is really cool, and they do concrete vats as well as oak barrels. So you have the roundness that you get from an aging, and you get to taste the integrity of all the grapes that are blended together in order to create a beautiful party. Some people tend to shy away from red wine because they think it's too heavy or may not taste good, but this one has notes of pomegranate, raspberry, blackberry, black cherry because of the blends, and it pairs really nicely with a night cab. if you would, or if you're having dinner with friends. If you just want to relax and have something that's easy to introduce yourself into red wine. A lot of people think that all red wines taste like a Cab or taste like a Merlot, and they don't. So this one has its own distinct personality. Again, very terroir driven. And here at Cork and Cap, they have amazing variety of grapes, and this one from Lebanon, I definitely recommend. So the question is, what the heck are we drinking if we want to do something a little bit different and go to a different country that we've never been to before, right? So something that I love that Cork and Cap have, they have a lot of really dynamic wines from all different regions. And today we're also going to talk about the Shino Mavro. So this wine is from Macedonia, and Shino Mavro is the actual grape. So this grape is a red grape. It's very similar to a Pinot Noir or Nebbiolo, meaning that it has a little bit of an attitude problem. It's a little bit fickle as well. It's a little bit on the lighter side, so high acidity, rich dark grapes, rich dark skin. So it's very versatile. It can go to every party if it wants to. She can decide to stay home and not go out and not answer her phone for a month or two. I know that I have a friend that way. Actually, I think I am the friend that may not answer my phone for a month or two, depending on what's going on, because I value alone time. Something that I love about the Shino Mavro grape is that it has just such a richness to it. It's very, very bright with red fruits. It has a lot of expressive terroir, a little bit of earthiness, cherries, strawberries. It's a little bit herbaceous. If you're a fan of lamb or anything that is, I would say like shaved meat would be really good. Mediterranean food would be really good with it. Seafood that's a little bit on the heavier side, like pulpo or octopus. Calamari would be very well with as well. And it's really cool because in this region, it is from the north part of Greece, not far from Macedonia. So you have these whitewashed houses, beautiful scenic routes close to the ocean, and it's right at the foothills of the Vermilion Mountains. So you have these really amazing scenic routes, but also that dictates the taste that you get from the soil because it's extremely expressive, and we definitely recommend it.